Hi everyone, it's Kim Brink Jansen here, ready for another recording of Ask the Universe. So quite a few people have messaged me and given me some questions that they would like for me to talk to the universe and get some answers for. And here is just another one. So our question is from Azaya, and she has actually asked she said, limitless universe, what is precisely standing between me and the limitless manifestation of abundance? So get your pens and paper out if you want to get the answer to that question. And let me just get into that. There's a lot in this. I hope I cover it all. And pretty much I'll be given more information as we go along. So if I don't get everything, I'll pop some more information underneath. Pretty much the thing that stops us from really manifesting and pretty much receiving this unlimited or complete abundance that we actually have access to is simply thinking it is different or not available to us or something that we have to achieve. The thing that we really need to understand is that we are already abundant, that we are already limitless. So the way to get through that is to look into your life somewhere and say, well, where do I not believe that? Where do I not believe that I am limitless? Where do I not believe that I am abundant, or that I am already abundant? Because that will be the thing that is stopping you from really attaching yourself to the fact that you already are that. If you can find those things and you can see exactly where you are limited, or where you aren't really embracing your true abundance, you can then look into that further. The thing that you can do to try and feel that, if you don't already feel that already, is to look around you and look at ways that you can feel that way now. So the same process around act as if. Sometimes when we have situations come up that we just feel pretty crappy, and we're thinking, well, I'm really feeling low and I'm not really feeling abundant and I'm feeling full of lack and limit, then when you even know that that's what you're attracting into your life because you feel that way, simple law of attraction is that will just come through to you if that's the way you feel. What you need to do is you can then say, well, what can I do right now to feel limitless? What can I do now to feel abundant? And it'll be something very simple as, okay, do I have a roof over my head? Yes, I do. So I am abundant. So feel that abundance there and then. Looking into being limitless, you can simply say, well, limits are literally just beliefs and perceptions that we put on ourselves to hold ourselves back. If you look at how big the universe is, and if you look at how big the world is and the universe together, you can then see that even if you look at the world and you see the world as something that's round, literally the world does not end. The world does not end, it's round, it continues on. The universe does not end. So where do you think that there is some kind of end? And a lot of people do say to themselves, oh, when I get this, then I'll have that. And it's like, when I get to the end of this journey that I'm on, then I'll achieve what I want to achieve. The thing that we really need to come to terms with is the fact that we already have what we want. It's just simply our belief that we don't have it and that we have to go and get it. But if you then understand and look at the ocean again never ends. It is continuous around the earth. And if you believe that you're limited, it's like you going down to the ocean and just getting a cup and pulling out a cup and saying, this is all that I have access to. And it's actually not true. It's a perception. So what you then say is, I'm just going to pour that limited cup out and really feel into the fact that I have access to this ocean of unlimited abundance. And from there, you'll then really feel into what unlimited abundance feels like. Now, Louise Hay talks about this, and she says, well, why don't you pretend that the ocean is like money? And I do a lot of meditations around the ocean of abundance, where you can simply say that money is energy just like anything, and you can replace the concept of the water in the ocean to it being that money, like money is in the ocean. And just play that game and just say, okay, so I'm going to, instead of just using a cup to scoop up what I'm available for, or what's available for me, is simply say, well, I'm just going to connect a pipeline. to the ocean. And that's just going to continually flow through me, and I'm going to be continually attracting money through to me. Same thing as that you then say, well, what if I run out? Well, do we really run out of the ocean? That just never runs out. So this whole concept of being limited and not really being able to attract things to you is simply you turning your back on why you're here. And what you're meant to be here for is to have an experience of limits. Now, if you don't really know much about the ascension process and what's happening on the planet right now, I'll just give you a little bit of information around the different levels of ascension. And in essence, there's no such thing as levels, but in fact, it's different consciousnesses and ways of being. So pretty much when we talk about limit and we talk about lack, and that's the opposite of abundance, we're talking about what you would call a third dimensional thing. So say, for example, where we're sitting and where we're standing, it is like it's pretty much solid as into what this is here. So when we talk about I've only got what this is that is in front of me, that is a third dimensional problem, if you want to call it a problem. In a third dimensional world, we really do rely on problems to grow and to learn. So if you are having problems coming into your life now, and you might call them problems, it might be cash flow problems, it might be relationship problems, physical problems, whatever it is, know that this is a third dimensional problem that you're having. And what you're doing right now is that you're given an opportunity to connect to a fourth dimensional reality, to be able to draw on different concepts to use in a third dimensional reality or a third dimensional perception or universe or whatever you want to call it, and then start stepping into a fourth dimensional consciousness, which is pretty much based around choice. It's based around unlimited resources. It's based around a fact that we actually aren't just stuck here in a third dimension. We actually have unlimited choices as to what is available to us. So what that then means is that any time that you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling stuck with money, relationships, physical issues, you can simply just say, well, that is a third dimensional issue that I'm having right now. Let me draw on a fourth dimensional concept and level of consciousness, which is telling me that I always have a choice and that we are unlimited. So what that then means is it says, okay, so what can you do right now? And it is all around, the fourth dimension is all around being in the present moment, creating whatever reality or future reality you want to create. So what you can then say, whatever you're feeling, whether it's lack, limit, lack of abundance or whatever it is, or whatever you're wanting to manifest, you simply just say, well, I'm going to draw on that fourth dimensional concept of unlimited choice and living in the now and say, well, what can I do right now to bring that into my current reality so that you can change this 3D limit and stuckness through towards moving towards the fourth dimension, and then of course we're moving into a fifth dimension as well. So this is where you just simply say, what can I do right now to bring this into my current reality right now? Because if I am already this, it just means that I've got beliefs and I've got perceptions from whether it's growing up or whatever that is actually telling me that I don't have that already or I'm not that already. So looking at all those and seeing what perceptions, beliefs, thought processes, mindset that you have around lack and stuck, limits, literally change that. And this is including rules, beliefs, everything that you have around being stuck and being limited. They're actually not true, so you can simply change them into the truth, which is that you are unlimited and that you are abundant, and that is your birthright being here. Then you simply go into, well, I always have a choice. So then looking at the issue that you have and say, well, I now have unlimited choices as to how I can deal with this. And this is where I've got my little book here where I'm using as an experiment. And you use each thing that keeps you stuck or that you're stuck in simply as an experiment to use all these different choices you have access to try and deal with them. And see, then when you do that and you use every choice, and I'll just use an example here, and this is what a fun one that I use, is that when people say I don't have a choice, well, I say, well, go and make a cup of tea, and that proves to you that you have a choice. Go for a walk down the street, it proves to you that you have a choice. Some people say, well, I don't have a choice, that I can't travel and I can't experience new things because I don't have any money. And I say, well, why don't you go and visit somewhere in your local area that you've never been to before and feel that right now. Like, get into action and really feel the thing that you want to feel right now. Simple law of attraction. The universe will simply bring more experiences into your awareness that will, or into your reality, that will match up to how you feel. So if you worry about money, if you stress about money, if it keeps you awake at night, just know that you're attracting more of worry and stress into your future reality. If you don't want to worry and stress about money, you need to start feeling abundant around it and limitless. And so again, that little concept about the ocean and the ocean of abundance, and pretending that the water is money and that you have a pipeline towards the ocean, that's a way that you can bring that in. But simply just looking around you in this current moment and saying, yes, I have a roof over my head, I have water on my desk, and I have everything I need right now, and I am abundant. What then happens is that the universe will bring more of those into your current awareness. So literally, as we're moving between this third, fourth, and fifth dimension, we do have access to unlimited potential, unlimited possibilities. We have access to unlimited abundance, and so this is where our third dimensional old beliefs and habits are just keeping us stuck there. So just feel into the things that you believe that are keeping you stuck there, and literally then start feeling the thing that you want to feel right now. And not just the feeling, you have to act on them. You have to go and visit places that you've never been to before, even if it's just around the corner. Or, go and, if you're wanting to feel good, then do something to make yourself feel good, and then the universe will bring more things so that you can feel good. There's so many things that you can do right now in this current reality to change any future realities that are coming up. Now, again, we have access to unlimited future realities, and so it's a matter of really honing into what we want in the future and then bringing it into this current reality right now. So I hope that's helped you to kind of connect to a little bit of this unlimited abundance that is available to you if you want to manifest something. There was an Esther Hicks thing that said that one day we're going to actually have how to de-manifest things soon. As we move closer into this fifth dimension, we will actually be manifesting at an amazing rate. And I will say that, again, I was like, I think it was a week or so or something, I went for a walk on the beach and I literally had nothing to worry about. Now, as humans, we're meant to worry about things so that we can grow and to learn. But when we get ourselves to a place where we actually have no worries, our body starts to stress, because that's our purpose for being here, is to learn and to grow. Now it's saying, well, how am I supposed to learn and grow if I don't have any worries? Now, I have decided that I don't want to create any more adversity. I don't need to create more adversity to learn and to grow anymore. So I've just decided to treat everything as an experiment, and treating everything like an experiment literally takes away any emotion you have around the thing that you're working on and puts everything into perspective, and it gets you into action pretty quick smart to then start receiving what you need to do around this experiment to then create whatever results that you're wanting to create. But it also opens yourself up to unlimited possibilities. If one thing in the experiment doesn't work, you try something else the next day. And if something doesn't work in that day, you try something out the next day. That's where you can see there is no such thing as failing. There is no such thing as good or bad, right or wrong. Everything just is what it is. And so literally, if you step back and stop putting so much meaning on everything and literally just start living your life from a place of unlimited abundance, you'll find that you are already unlimited in your level of abundance, and that you'll start attracting more to you. So I'd love to talk a little bit more about this, and I'm sure, if you've got any questions, pop them below if you need some more clarity around this. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for another question, asking the universe, another question from another person who wants to know something else. So keep them coming if you've got more questions, because I love answering them. Take care. Mwah. Bye.